and welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. I heard this morning that Kristy Wallace of the Indiana Fever will not be playing in the 2025 WNBA season. I want to get into why, because the Indiana Fever released a statement, but I also want to share what I remember best about Kristy Wallace and why I have such respect for her, as I've vocalized throughout the 2024 season and even now as we look ahead to the 2025 season. Here's the statement from the Fever. In an article entitled Kristy Wallace to Forego the 2025 Season, it says, Indiana Fever forward Kristy Wallace announced today that she will not play during the 2025 WNBA season, electing to sit out the year. As a result, okay, so now we're going to find out what that means, because I was wondering what that means in terms of her contract. Well, here it is. As a result, Wallace's contract will be suspended and she will not be eligible to return during the 2025 season. But notice this, with the Fever retaining her rights. This has not been an easy decision for me, but one that I make knowing it is what is in my best interest at this time, Wallace said. I would like to thank the Fever organization for working with me throughout this process, giving me both time and consideration, and for their support of my decision. I look forward to cheering the team on from afar during this upcoming season. A native of Australia, Wallace joined the Fever in 2023. Last season, Wallace appeared in 26 games, averaging 4.7 points and 1.8 rebounds. A lot of people had been wondering what this 2025 season was going to look like. What's going on with Kristy Wallace? In fact, in one of my live streams, someone just asked that question just a couple days ago, probably. What's going to happen with Kristy Wallace? And we didn't know. We're hoping that we're going to find, well, we knew we were going to find out soon, because things are going to have to be finalized rather quickly as the season is fast approaching. So now we know. They retain the rights, but she will not be playing and will not be allowed to play in 2025. So what I have heard, and I can't verify this, but what I heard is that Kristy Wallace's stepmother passed away from cancer, a battle, as they say, with cancer. And so, first of all, my heart goes out to Kristy Wallace. I feel for her. My condolences and prayers for her and her family. And, I thought about, shortly after I heard that, I thought about Kelsey Mitchell and how before the 2024 season, she lost her dad, how difficult that was for her. And she's written about it. She's spoken about it. How do I find the strength to play? And I don't know the situation with Kristy Wallace. I haven't heard or read a statement from her. Like I said, this is just what I see out there in some comments and posts. So I don't know what the situation was as far as her relationship with her stepmother. Kelsey Mitchell, of course, with her dad, she didn't know she's like, I don't know how to play the game without my dad. But whether her stepmother played basketball or not is not even the point. The point is that it's hard to find the strength to play, to do what you love to do, even when your heart hurts. And sometimes it just takes time for it to heal. But again, I thought about Kelsey Mitchell because I thought I bet Kelsey Mitchell's going to reach out to her and encourage her and even tell her, we understand you have to do what's best for you. And if this is best for you at this time, then do that. And you have our support. So it's interesting because earlier I had caught a few comments about that announcement that she was going to sit out. And of course, social media can be an absolute cesspool, which is why I don't hang out there. But I had seen some comments because someone else reported on it with some of the things that people were saying, like, what do you mean sit out? Don't you know you have to get to work? And, people think they can collect money and don't have to work or whatever, people are people. Sometimes we just have to take a step back because we don't know what is going on when people make some of the decisions they make, like decisions like these. And again, I have no personal knowledge of the reason for this, just sharing that that's what has been what has been said, the loss of her stepmother. Whatever is going on with Kristy Wallace, I wish her well. And we shall see what ends up happening after 2025. Now, getting back to what really is insignificant in the big picture. The big picture is what's going on in someone's life, what's going on in their heart. But in terms of basketball, I have a very distinct memory of Kristy Wallace, which is why last season I said very often in live streams, etc., that Kristy Wallace is the one player who stood up for Caitlin Clark. This was in the Chicago Sky game. Dana Evans and Caitlin Clark got tied up. And this is after we have seen Caitlin Clark kind of not treated right, let's just put it that way, by the opposition, and wondering if anybody was going to have her back. Kristy Wallace had us, gave us an awareness that we didn't have to worry anymore, that she was going to step up for her teammate. I did a video about it actually at that time, but let's take a look at this clip of when she stepped up for Caitlin. This is CBS Sports on X.
Off the bench for the Sky, but starting in her first game this season. Carter's lightning quick. And talk about the physicality. Dana Evans wrapping up Clark. And here in the first quarter, we have our first back and forth exchange.
So you see right there as Caitlin is driving to the basket, she and Dana Evans get wrapped up. Dana Evans is holding on to her arm, and Kristy Wallace is over here in the corner, and she makes her way over there rather quickly. Let's take another look at this. She is, you can see her, she is on her way over right away. Right away here. Caitlin comes down. Kristy Wallace is there ready to receive the pass if she needs to. And she sees what's happening. Got three people on Caitlin right here. And then she sees what's up. Look, she's already heading over there. Already getting over there. Speeds it up. Jogs on over there. And it's like talking a little bit of smack too. Marina Mabry steps up. Tries to get in front of Kristy Wallace. She got Angel over here, etc. The official didn't get there in time. Kristy Wallace says, "I got you, Caitlin. I got you." We recall that a lot of people have been saying, who's going to step up? Who's going to be the enforcer, if you will? And Kristy Wallace, I don't know if she's listening to all that or not, or just said, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm getting over in there. But in any case, this is my memory more than anything else of Kristy Wallace, and something that I've said many times. She was the first one to step up and say, nah, enough. We're not having this. And to have Caitlin Clark's back. So whatever is going on with her in her life, I certainly wish her well. I mean, I wish her well, whether that moment happened or not. But that moment is something that made me respect her as a person and as a member of a team. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so yet. Also, get in the comments, and in the comments, please remember to be respectful, because
you see, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
A little Robert Barone for y'all. All right. I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.